Hi, so we're here again for another installment of our holiday cooking series, and we're here today with Jason Homa and Kathy Barstad. Jason, our VP of Sales and Service, and also Closet Chef.
Whatever. Yeah, at least today.
Yeah, okay,
All
great. And Kathy is our General Manager of our Glen Arbor campus. So what are you guys making today?
Well, at Christmas and the holidays, a lot of people serve shrimp. Keeping that in mind, this is a little bit different dish. Super easy, once again. And this is going to be New Orleans style barbecue shrimp dip. So if you're used to making scampi and you're a little tired of that, or you're making the, like the boiled shrimp and cocktail sauce, this is almost as easy, but something definitely different.
And what is that? What is this product that you're using here?
This is the secret right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Czech Republic slow cooker sauce, which is it's like a slow cooking barbecue sauce that you can use in a lot of different applications. We're going to show you one today. So instead of having to make your own New Orleans style barbecue sauce, we're going to use this as the base. So that'll give it the real burst of flavor. So we're going to use about 3/4 to a cup of our slow cooker sauce in here. I've got about a pound of shrimp. And I've already tossed this with some salt and pepper and a little bit of cayenne pepper, just if you like stuff a little bit spicier. You can add it, but if you're not that spicy, then don't add the cayenne pepper. Of course, I have some chopped garlic, some green onion, some parsley. And then what's going to bring it all together is we have some cream cheese and sour cream. We're going to use a little butter to kind of finish it and saute with. But that's all that it's going to take to get this together. So it's a couple of steps, and we'll show you how to do it.
Sounds great.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks.
How do you make cream cheese?
All right. So first we're going to add some butter to a medium hot pan. Get that bubbling and melted. Next we're going to add 3 to 4 cloves of chopped garlic. Stir that around. And we're just going to cook this long enough where we get it to aroma, meaning you can just smell it, start to smell really good, like buttery cooked garlic that it is. Again, not too long on the garlic, maybe 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Then we're going to add our shrimp. Our shrimp I already seasoned. I tossed it in black pepper and salt. And again, a little bit of cayenne pepper if you like it. I'm going to spread these around, make sure the butter coats. And then we're just going to give it a minute here, cook for 3 or 4 minutes. Then we're going to flip each piece of shrimp so it's nice and pink all the way around. Okay, a couple of minutes have gone by. We're going to flip the shrimp. We're just going to let this cook for another minute or two like it is. Then we're going to add our slow cooker sauce to it, and that'll give it the New Orleans barbecue flavor. Okay, the shrimp's about 3/4 of the way cooked through. Again, I'd probably only cook this a total of 5 minutes on medium heat. I'm going to go ahead and add our slow cooker sauce to it. Again, I've added about a cup here. I'm going to go ahead and stir this in. And what I want to do next is get this nice and bubbly again. So temperature-wise, I'm just looking for this slow cooker sauce to start to bubble and sizzle like the shrimp and the garlic was just before. Okay, so the shrimp is bubbling away here in the slow cooker sauce. I'm going to do the shrimp a favor and turn it one time here so it gets nice and coated. Probably just cook it for another minute more. Okay, so the shrimp's cooked probably a total of 10 minutes. We've added the butter, the garlic, the slow cooker sauce. We've turned it a couple times. Very easy, and we're going to take that off the heat now. And we're going to pour that into another bowl and let that cool down before we do the next thing. Okay, so next we're going to make the dip component of the shrimp dip. So there's a few things we need to add. This is our cream cheese, and I diced it up so it get to room temperature, make it a little bit easier. We have our sour cream, about half a cup. And the first thing we're going to do is just kind of mash this together and get it mixed real nice. Again, the more mixed you can do it, the better. if the cream cheese is nice and room temperature, it goes together pretty quick. When we're done mixing this together, we're going to put our shrimp into this. That'll be our whole dip. Okay, so next I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of parsley. And I'm going to add some, about three whites of scallions that are chopped kind of nice. And just mix until incorporated. Okay, that gives us our base. Okay, so I've got the barbecue shrimp off to the side. I've let that cool down a little bit. I'm going to put it into a food processor and just pulse it a little bit. Now, if you don't have a food processor, once the shrimp are chilled down, you can certainly do this by hand. You just want to have it diced up nice and fine so that when people go to eat it, they can eat it on a cracker or something like that. So pop it in there. I'm going to give it a couple pulses. Again, I don't want to lose the shrimp completely. Give it a few turns. I'm going to take a look, see how it looks. Oh, yeah. Nice. After that, I'm going to add it to our mixture of the cream cheese and sour cream, parsley, scallions. At this point, I'm going to give it a little bit more salt and pepper too, just because I like to have a little extra of that seasoning in there. Great. All right. From the onions that we had earlier, I still am holding the green onions back, and I'll show that in a minute. The green part. We used the white part earlier. Take this on out. Go ahead and add, sorry, you can see what I'm doing here. Mostly left-handed, so what happens, I mix that in. Okay, like this. And I just want to toss this, work this in together, kind of fold it. Just until it's incorporated. Next, I have a nice baking pan. This will actually serve as our serving pan as well. I'll spread this out. Okay, I'd like to smooth out the shrimp mixture in the pan. Nice and smooth. And then lastly, I had about an 1/8 cup of butter that I had melted. I'm going to pour this over the top. Make sure I get it all over there. When I chill this, it's going to make a nice little topping, because what we're going to do is we're going to broil this right before we serve it. I also had some green onions left. I'm going to put those right over the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this in the fridge, let it chill for a couple hours, and you could actually serve this tomorrow or later on in the day. Okay, so we put the dip in the oven just under the broiler for a couple of minutes just to kind of brown up the butter and the onions and give it a little bit of a bubbly look to it. I'm adding a little more black pepper just to kind of give it a fresh flavor to it. And that's it. It's all set to go.
It's great.
Should we try it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so let's see here. We're serving with a little crostini that you could either cut or buy, but you'll see that's nice and gooey. It's still kind of smoking there. See how it is. Hard to talk anymore after that.
Very good.